Okay guys, welcome in this new video. So today you guys can see that we have a nice overlay. That's the one I'm using in my streams, but I don't know, I feel like it's nice to have it also in the videos. So let me know in the comments if you guys prefer like this or without it. And now let's go to the main focus. So as you guys might be aware of, the 10th of October, we got the largest liquidation event in the history of the crypto. And I think that many of you guys got impacted. I've been also impacted. Okay, I lost a bunch of money during this dump on some accounts that I had swing runnings. So I didn't got liquidated, but I got a few stops that have been hit on my swing position on some altcoins because we just dropped so heavy. But we were prepared. In the Discord, we were short before. And we just took one long at 111k on BTC that got stopped at 108k, and then we were able to buy the dip again. So that was very quick. That was a flash dump. Okay, so there was some crazy entries on many names such as Tao, for example. We'll talk about it later. And the price literally went down to crazy prices and bounced back within like a few seconds. So if you were not in the charts, you were not able to have those entries. And also some of you guys probably weren't able to execute the orders because the order book was just empty at those prices because the dump was so crazy. But today we are going to see if this is a good moment to buy cryptocurrencies, which crypto you have to buy if it's a good moment to buy them, and why, and also have both scenarios. You guys know that I love to have a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario because you never know what can happen. Okay, the price can go to 0 or can go to 1 million. Nobody knows. You have to be prepared for those two possibilities and be ready to execute your order and press the button when the trigger is triggered. So now let's go back to the chart. So we are here on the BTC chart on the daily because this is very important to have a higher time frame view of what we want. And if you want to buy a crypto, or if you buy a crypto, you want to know what will the Bitcoin do in the future. Because if you buy a crypto and the BTC goes down, your crypto will go down because Bitcoin is the king. And when Bitcoin goes in a direction, the altcoins will follow. Okay, most of the time. Maybe sometimes we are ranging and altcoins can dump by themselves or pump by themselves, but most of the time, Bitcoin is the king and altcoins are following. And also they are following Ethereum, so that's why we will focus on BTC and Ethereum and see which other altcoins we can buy now. And we also have to focus on the macroeconomic, on the geopolitics, and on S&P 500 and the dollar also, because this is what is driving the markets. Okay, if S&P is going up, Bitcoin have bigger probabilities to go higher, and if S&P is going down, Bitcoin have bigger probability to go down. So we want to focus also on this. We will go through all this in this video, so that's going to be a nice one. So I hope you guys will enjoy. So make sure to subscribe, to comment if you guys want more videos like that, and to put a like for the referencement and the engagement. Sorry, that will be nice for me. So now let's go to BTC. We can see that we took the all-time highs right here. Okay, up, sweep of the all-time high, and crazy rejection. We broke through the daily trend. So for those who don't know, the daily trend is the 21 EMA in red in my case and 50 EMA in blue in my case. And we directly went to the 200 EMA on the daily, which is the white one, the gray one, as you want, and we bounced. Okay, now we have a huge wick here. So the wick is 9% wick, and we went to 2%. So half of the wick will be 4.5%, which is like 108, 107Ks, which for me is the minimal. Usually when you have those kind of wicks, they tend to get filled half of the week or 100% of the week, okay, or like 90%. And here in this case, we didn't fill even half of the week, so there is huge probabilities that we fill it. We don't ever fill them. Sometimes we just leave them like that, okay, but most of the time we fill them. So you don't want to counter trade. Like your edge is more your edge is better and the risk reward is more positive to bet in the fact that the wicks are going to be filled. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I think that we are going to retest at least the 200 EMA. My invalidation in a simple thesis with EMAs will be a reclaim of that, okay, and having two daily candles above that, and that will be the trigger for higher. Also, no, this we will come back later to it. If we look at the TPOs, we can see that right now we are under the multi-week, the previous multi-week. So basically that's September point of control. Okay, we are under it currently at 112Ks. So that's an important level to reclaim for bills on the lower time frame. But another important level is here, 118Ks. Okay, so that will be, yeah, this level here that bulls really need to reclaim in order to be again risk on the market. Under this, we are not risk on. Okay, and you can see that the wick is very high. We have this value real low here, 107K. That got retested on the wick, but you want it to be properly retested with a nice price action. Okay, we also have this imbalance that was filled, but not really filled. You can see that here, these are basically single prints. Like the price stayed like 5 minutes at those levels, not even 5 minutes. So this is likely going to be filled. Okay, and then in terms of liquidation, we can see that we have liquidation at 116, 18Ks. Okay, so that's the resistance level that we want to flip, potential target for a short maybe, and we have 108, 107Ks liquidation, which is our target maybe to enter long and start buying that position. Okay, so that's basically my plan on BTC. We will go back to BTC later, and now we will go to what you guys want to know, which altcoins I'm buying. Okay, so first one, Ethereum, simple. You don't want, again, another thing, guys, I know a lot of you guys want to buy like 20 altcoins and eat a crazy winner, like this altcoin will do 20x, 100x. You buy like a top 2k altcoin that has like a 10 million market cap. Yeah, eventually you will make a winner with this, but that's not how you want to trade. For me, you want to focus on the fastest horse, on the strongest horse. Okay, and bet on those highly positive risk reward positions and trades in order to make the most of it. Okay, so Ethereum for me, it's the classic, simple. It's like the second highest crypto in terms of market cap. Okay, but still, guys, this can easily go to 5K. For me, that can go easily to 5K. That's a 30%. 30% is huge, guys. I mean, Ethereum is something you could put 40%, 50% of your wallet on. Okay, that's safe for me. Long-term rise. Okay, long-term rise. And 30% on your wallet, you don't have a lot of securities or assets that provide you this value kind of safe. Okay, on the long run. If you go leverage and you are like 3x leverage and you are liquidated, if we dump 33%, that's not safe because the 33% correction on Ethereum can happen. But yeah, basically what we prepared with the stream, also that was also with the community, so make sure to subscribe because we talked about this in the stream Friday 10th October, a few hours before it happens. And we were like, okay, if we get a retest of the 200 EMA on Ethereum, that's going to be a fire buy. Okay, that's like a huge discount on the price, and I was expecting personally a sweep of this level 3K8, and I had orders down here. Okay, so I triggered here and then I added long, so my average entry on my spot is $3K620 on my spot, and also on my swing loans position I took all the profits on my leverage position on the retest of the daily trend, and I closed 70% of my spot. And now I want to start again scaling in Ethereum. If we retest like 3K, from 3K8, I will start to increase. And I really would love to have a big dip. Okay, from here that's kind of a lot, but that's at 23%. But yeah, I would love to get this thing swept. Okay, so that's like 15% discount from here, maybe even to 3K. Now let's see on this. We can see that here on the profile, if we zoom out, we can see that we left some single prints right here on the power low at 3K2 and even at 2K9, and this is going to be filled. Yes or yes. Okay, that's sure. Maybe we go higher, but for me, as long as we stay under this, okay, as long as we are not able to reclaim 4K3 on Ethereum, this is very bearish. If I will say, even to be safe on your shorts, if you are swing shorts, a reclaim of 4K5 is your invalidation. If we do reclaim 4K5 on Ethereum, you don't want to be short on it, and you want maybe to add on a clean trigger, even if it's higher, it's kind of FOMO. It's not FOMO if the movement is strong and there is actually buys on Ethereum. So that's my plan on Ethereum. Then if we go to the second alt about is Tau. I've been talking a lot about Tau, and I've been talking about this range, okay, range highs, mid range, and this. I was taking swing longs here on Tau, okay, and I was basically, my plan was to buy spots from $320 down to $220 and to go swing longs here every time we were reaching this, okay? So I made profit here, here, and I made some profits here, and I got stopped on my swing long that I've taken here, okay? Because Tau was very strong those days. I took a swing long here, I got stopped, but I got filled on many on many spot positions here on this week. I was lucky. We had orders prepared at 220. Got filled. I don't think we can get back this entry. And if we get back this entry, I will add more, okay, because I'm very bullish long term on Tau. But for now, I closed 50% of my spot here after a 2x from the bounce. And I closed fully my leverage position. And I will be ready to add again if we retest simply the range again here for a retest higher. And even if we fill this, I will be more than happy to add spots, okay? So if you want to do it safely, I would recommend to go spots here, okay, down to here, and you can start to leverage under $300, okay? You don't, and if you leverage higher, you do it with stop loss and with a tight stop loss, and you have a risk management plan with 1 to 5% maximum risk, okay? You don't want to lose more. That's stupid to lose more than 5% on a trade. That's very important. Then the other altcoins I would like to buy is Aster. The problem with Aster is that we shared it in the group at 0.07. So this was not even listed on the centralized exchange indexes. It was only listed on Aster. By the way, guys, if you don't want to miss this kind of opportunities, the Discord is in the description. We literally shared Aster. I can show you. Let's find it. The most ancient. Yeah, look. About a bunch of Aster here. The price was 0.10, okay? And we shared it in the mentorship program at even before, the day before. So I've got a lot of students that made a big fucking ton of money thanks to this. But yeah, so we also have, if you guys want to learn how to trade, how I trade, how to use those tools, how to read order flow, how to read the footprints, how to use the TPOs, etc. I made a free training course, 1 hour 30 in YouTube. But basically, if you guys want to have access to the links, it's in the Discord. So it's free, it's for everyone. You just have to join and watch this little course. So now let's get back to our business. Aster, I'm already in spot since the lows, okay, since even before this price. I've been longing here and here and here. I got stopped on my long and I started to add spot, okay? So I allocated 30% of what I wanted to allocate on Aster on my spots. So if we go higher, then I will just make money on 20% of what I wanted to risk. But I will be ready to add more again, 1.2, okay? From 1.2, I will start to DCA down to 0.8, 0.9, okay? For me, that's my floor price on Aster. And honestly, why do I believe on Aster long term? Because it's run by CZ. It's on the BNB ecosystem. You just have to look at BNB, how strong it is. I don't think he will rug on that because this, like the risk reward for them to rug this is bullshit compared to the risk reward for them to push this as high as they can. Because if they make a good product and if people start to trade on Aster like they trade on Hyperliquid, this can be like a crazy cash machine for them, okay, for BNB ecosystem, and they are running a business, okay. They want to be the #1 in the crypto ecosystem, so they have no reasons to dump this shit, okay. They have more reasons to pump it like BNB rather than just dump it, okay. So that's why I'm bullish long term, and in when I'm saying bullish long term is that I'm targeting like $3, $4, $5, $6, okay. I'm targeting minimum 10 billions market cap on Aster. This could easily be a top 20 crypto, even reach a hype market cap, which is like around 30 or 20 billions. So that's like a 8x from here, which is totally doable, okay. That's the only coin where I'm expecting to get possibly a big multiplier, okay. On Tau, I think I can get like a 2-3x. On the other ones also maybe a 50% 2x, but this one is maybe more risky, but this is probably giving better rewards. Obviously, you don't go all in. I recommend to go to 5 to 20% maximum of your portfolio on Aster if you really believe and you really um, trust the BNB ecosystem. You don't trust CZ, nobody trusts CZ, but you trust the BNB ecosystem because they are a company and they want to make profit. So you can also make profit from them. Okay, you just have to be smart. Then the other one is W. W, so basically the ticker is just W. You write WSDT, you have it. W, chart wise, is starting to look good. Here we're starting to be on the right side of the V. Okay, so that's a nice theory that I have. It's a common theory, like that's a trading concept, that's an investment concept. You want to be on the right side of the V. When I'm saying a V, okay? You don't want to be here in this side. You don't want to be here, 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 and here because you will be in drawdown and you don't know when the V will stop, okay? But you want to be here. You want to buy here, here. You can even buy here. It's better to buy here than to buy here because here, okay, maybe the price will go back to your entry, but you will have to endure a massive drawdown and psychologically it will be bad for you. You will be losing money. You will try to make money somewhere else. So you want to be on the right side of the V. And I think that the V is shaping here and is flipping on the good side. Is flipping on the side of the upside. And I think that the trigger will be maybe the flip of the trend. But yeah, I feel like W is a nice coin to accumulate. Even from here, for me, you can easily get almost a 2x if we retest this high that will be retested. Probably this one, that's a 3x, and you can even go for the 5x at this high, okay? So that's what I'm betting on W. I already started to DCA from that box, and I will add if we go lower. That's spot, okay? Here we are talking, guys, about spot investment. No leverage trading, spot investment. Here, you can allocate 2 to 10% of your portfolio right now. Then we have BNB. BNB is strong. And what I love to say, and it's one of my investment theories, is that when you invest on something, you want to invest on the strongest horse or the fastest horse, like I said. You don't want to invest in the bad looking horse, the one that is starting to move, okay? And before the dump, the coins that were the most bullish and that were pumping like crazy before we crashed were BNB, Aster, and Tau also, okay? And BNB was so fucking strong, and you can see that when we dumped, okay, from the week, we made a new fucking all-time high. We pumped 60% on the top 10 coin in the cryptocurrency market cap. 60% in 3 days. That's insane because it's so strong, okay? It's so strong. And I know that there is a lot of Binance and CZ haters, etc. Even me, I don't like them. But it's strong. Their coins are strong. And for me, as long as we'll do 50 MA, that's good. So in order to buy, again, if you didn't buy it here, sorry, up, a 10% discount from here is very possible, as I think that BTC will pull back more. So from 50 EMA, you can start to DCA down to the 200 EMA, okay? That might be the floor for me. Maybe we feel the full week. That's a 20% drawdown that you can endure. But, sorry, on the long run, this probably make a new all-time high again, okay? It's a bit late to buy BNB, but if I had to buy one of the coins, I would buy this one, okay? And as it's very high and it's already top 10 market cap, I would maybe just play swing long and leverage as a like swing trade, okay? A trade, or just allocate 5%, 10% of my portfolio on spot investment, sorry, but not more. And then the rest, you want it to be in BTC. You want it to be in BTC simply because spot investment is not what will make you rich. Spot investment is what will make you a nice return on a yearly basis. Important, guys, is to focus on not losing your money, okay? And so this is why spot is good and why you don't have to diversify in like a fucking ton of altcoins. Just go on 5-4 altcoins and cryptos and that's it. You can also invest in S&P, etc. But now let's go deeper in, for example, S&P 500. I'm right now swing short on S&P 500. I think that the trend is weakening and that we probably have, maybe not that low, but I think that we will have some kind of pullback, okay? That was, for me, that was not really a shakeout like here. Maybe we bounce like this, but for me, it's kind of overextended and we are due for a pullback, okay? After literally like, what, 40% pump? Yeah, 40% pump on S&P, that's crazy. So for me, like a 10, yeah, like a 10%, 8% correction is not that crazy, guys. I mean, look here, that was what? That was like 10%. Here you got what? You got like what, 10%. Here you got 6%. Here you got 11%, 8%, 18%. So yeah, it's been time we didn't had any correction. It's been since April. So we have to get a correction soon, and I think it will happen. Also, I think that dollar is kind of bullish. I expect Euro USD to dump. Maybe not that far, but I expect it to correct. And so basically, USD going up is bearish for the stock market. So that's also something I'm keeping an eye on. And now on BTC, basically, I think we can retest 50% of the week, which could give another good entries on altcoins, because as the market is weak right now, if BTC dump 5-10%, altcoins will dump like 3 times more than BTC. So that could be a 30% or like a 15% dump on altcoins. And if we go to the full week, yeah, that's like 8%. So that could be very terrible for altcoins. And also one indicator that I really love, which is the golden ratio Fibonacci indicator, this one, okay? So basically these are EMAs based on Fib levels. We can see that since the start of this cycle, okay, so since basically, when was that? March 2023, we are above the golden ratio, okay? We are above it. We are holding above it. And so what I think is that we probably, oops, come back, baby. Okay, we probably hold above that level. That's the level you don't want to lose, okay? And so it's coming here. You can see, yeah, basically this is coming here. So the next day we could maybe have a retest of like 101, 102 Ks, okay? Maybe we have a sweep of that, but you want it to hold, okay? You want it to hold like we held here, okay? So maybe we have something similar. Take the wick here, take the wick here, up. People start to panic, stop 100K, okay? Maybe we can even take that wick, okay? What will be even more cruel will be to correct here, don't take the wick, people expect to take the wick, run it back. So basically my big level of interest on Bitcoin is this level. That's a large box, but that's what I want to buy, okay? 107Ks to 99, 98Ks. That's a 7% range, but we're not talking about day trading, we are talking about spot investment, okay? And from here, I will be very bullish, guys. I think that we make an all-time high. We probably go to the 130s, so that's like 30% bounce, but we really can go that high. For me, we can go to the 150 or the 160s, which will be a 50% bounce. I do think that this is possible, okay? Bitcoin is a risk asset. Bitcoin is the digital gold, and these prices are not crazy, guys. We are already above the 100K since a long time, and in the future, Bitcoin will go much higher, okay? So these are good price compared to those prices that we had in the future. So that's my plan. I don't know what you guys think about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you don't think that we go that deep and that we are already bottom, or if you guys think that we are going much higher, or if you guys think that we are going to sweep the all-time high and just correct and that we enter in the bear market. Also, what are the altcoins that you guys are buying? So let me know in the comments. And also feel free to reach me out on X if you guys have any question about anything. I'm always joinable on X or on Discord. And yeah, if you guys want to learn more and join the community, just click the link in the description to join the community. By the way, what do you guys think about my new stream thumbnail? I think I will use that one. So yeah, see you guys in the Discord or in the next video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a like, and see you guys. Bye bye. Have a good one.